Hey, so I chose to do my informative speech outline on the history of Tesla. Tesla is probably the most well-known electric car brand today, and a lot of people think that Elon Musk started it because he's a CEO and his name is connected to Tesla. But it was actually founded by Mark Tarpengen and Martin Ebbard in 2003. They were able to drive an electric car for the first time, and they liked it, and they thought they could do a better job themselves. And after that is when Elon Musk started investing, and then that's kind of how his name got attached to the brand. So these two guys, they started Tesla, and then 5 years later, they finally released their first car. They didn't make it themselves. It was actually a Lotus Elise. So it was the chassis of Lotus Elise and the body and everything. But they took out the engine and fitted it with batteries. And this was kind of just a proof of concept to prove that electric cars could work and they could be used daily. Their first car was able to do 245 miles just on one charge, and that's the furthest production, or the furthest any production electric car was able to go on one charge at the time. And then because of the electric motors, these cars are able to output maximum torque instantly. So this makes 0 to 60 times crazy. And then the Roadster, which was that modified Lotus Elise, which was their first car, was able to do it in 4 seconds. So the Roadster was made just to prove that electric cars are a viable option for the mass market. So in 2008 is when Elon Musk took over the company. He became CEO, and he switched gears to actually starting to make cars, not just proving that electric cars could work. So he was working on building the Model S for a while, and then in 2012, it finally released. And this was Tesla's first production car, and it was meant to be the most luxurious car. And everything was built in-house. Like, they designed it, they built it. So this really was Tesla's first car. So the Model S started picking up, sales picked up, and part of Musk's strategy was to be able to sell cars cheaper. He had to sell more in order to make production cheaper. So once the Model S sales started coming up, he was able to make more and then start making them cheaper. Probably one of the biggest downsides to an electric car is you have to charge it up. So if you're doing a road trip, it's not like a gas car. You have to stop and you have to charge it up. But to combat that, Musk has put in superchargers around the country and actually around the world. It takes 75 minutes to get 100% charge. That's a lot longer than a gas car, but as long as he's making that infrastructure, which is helping. And he has all these superchargers around the world, and he wants other car manufacturers to use them too. That way it's not Tesla specific, which is nice. So now the Model S is selling well. Tesla looks to other models of cars that they can build. So in 2015, they made the Model X, which is Tesla's first electric SUV. It can seat 7, and the SUV market is one of the most popular, and of course Tesla wanted in on that. Tesla is now producing the Model S and X, and then, like I said before, the production costs are able to bring the price down with production costs. Now, with production going down, Musk's goal the whole time pretty much was to make an affordable electric car that everyone can buy. And this was the Model 3. So the Model 3 was released in 2017. I think it started at around $35,000, which was still pretty expensive, but it's expected to go down with the production costs. And the Model Y also came out in 2017, and it's basically just like a Model X, just cheaper. Just like the Model 3 is kind of like a Model S, but cheaper. It's a little bit smaller and different shape. But yeah, he's still bringing down the costs. I mean, there's going to be at the end of this year a million Teslas expected on the road, so the cost can only go down. And then with the cost going down, that leads to cheaper prices, and then more sales, and then it starts all over again. And this will make more income for Tesla. And what Tesla's been doing, they've been investing in themselves, more superchargers, cheaper cars. And then now with the company making more money, Musk has revealed some new things he wants to release that they've been working on. There is a Tesla semi truck that they're working on, and the second iteration of the Roadster. So they're making a new one. They're not copying the Lotus Elise. They're making their own. So yeah, that's a quick history of Tesla. Thanks, guys.